You're listening to Chris Ayotte on WMUZ 103.5 The Light, Detroit made, Bible strong. My next guest is a trailblazer in every sense of the word. He's helping people retain, restore, protect, increase their money. Michael Laux is the owner and president of Michigan Retirement Group. He joins us now. Michael, congratulations on your recent prestigious award.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Chris. I really appreciate it. Over 30 years of retirement planning and so many amazing and wonderful clients, and the award obviously would not be something that I would be able to do without the wonderful base of clients that I have and the support that they've truly given me over the years. So this is their award, not mine.
Well, it's a definite sign of your dedication, and you're helping so many of our listeners in particular, Michael. I can't remember a market fluctuation scenario like we're in right now. I'm literally racking my brain. The stock market has gotten so volatile this year. A lot of people are very concerned. Thank God you're talking about these in-service distribution strategies that are helping to protect money, grow money, eliminating all potential for loss. Can you go into greater detail, Michael, for the peace of mind for those who are 59 years and a half and planning to retire in the next 5 to 10 years?
Sure, Chris, absolutely. One of the things that we know definitively is that by age 59 and a half, most of the people have accumulated the majority of their retirement assets. So what we want to do then at that point is we want to do what's called an in-service distribution. And briefly, an in-service distribution allows a person to take their 401k or their 403b or whatever type of qualified plan that they have and roll that into their own traditional IRA account without any tax consequences. Now, it still allows them to continue to work so they don't have to retire, and they can still contribute to their qualified plan. But what essentially it does is it takes the bulk of their retirement assets and protects them against loss. When you have your 401k or your 403b, Chris, essentially what happens is you have one of two choices. You can either keep your money in a cash or cash equivalent account, or you can have it in the markets, which have some degree of risk. So what we want to do is we want to be able to take that 401k, roll it over into a traditional IRA account, and then protect that asset from that point forward, but still continue to grow it consistent with markets. So if the market goes up, they have the ability to be able to make some nice returns. If the market goes down, there is no potential there for loss for them. And
Wow.
That is a very comforting thing in the markets that we're experiencing today, Chris.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what a difference a peace of mind would make when you realize that the in-service distribution protects your money, and when the market goes up, you're actually making money. You're not losing it. Michael, my concern is people have kind of watched the market unfold here, and in some cases, I mean, they're down 20+%. I think the S&P 500 was off about, 10, 11%. And my concern is those staying the course, saying, I'm just going to ride this out, are they at risk?
Oh, absolutely, Chris. And, you talk about the markets, the S&P and the Dow certainly down 10% plus this year, and the NASDAQ down almost 20% this year. And keep in mind, we're 4 months into the year.
Yeah, exactly.
So these losses have been incurred over just the last 4 months. It's never been as difficult an investment environment as it is right now, Chris. I mean, we're dealing with higher interest rates. We're dealing with the prospect of inflation. We're dealing with potentially recession. We've got the Ukrainian situation. And now on top of that, as if all of that wasn't bad enough, now we're dealing with the potential of a lockdown in China again and what ramifications that may have for global growth going forward. And that's what the markets are dealing with today.
Yeah, and this is where people need expert advice, Michael, from yours truly, meaning you, because you have examples of those who have already benefited from in-service distribution.
No question, Chris. And you know what? A lot of the people, the wonderful, beautiful people, are healthcare workers that we helped retire last year as a result of that vaccination ultimatum. They are so thankful that they came in and got retired because now their money is away from the risk and they avoided all of those losses.
Yeah.
But I will say that the worst investment philosophy that you can have is to not open your statements when they come in quarterly, or to say, you know what, I've already lost so much money, I'm just going to stay the course. What you can do instead is just to say, you know what, I'm going to be proactive here. I'm going to take and eliminate all the risk on my money and grow it going forward so that I can do that without having to worry and therefore be able to sleep at night.
Michael, we've referenced some of the listeners who've called who are now very bona fide, completely satisfied customers of Michigan Retirement Group. Some people are kind of freaking out right now because of all the uncertainty and the fluctuation in the market, and they really do want to have an assurance going forward, especially if they're coming close to retirement.
Correct. And you know what, Chris, the closer you are to that point, and if you're 59 and a half, let's face it, a lot of people have a 62 target. A lot of people have a 65 target. So most of the people are within 5 years of retirement. And the closer you are to that retirement point, the more important it is to be defensive or to not take any risk at all in that retirement portfolio, because a big setback could certainly cost you not only your ability to be able to retire, but in a less case scenario, certainly delay that retirement by a good long time.
And what I appreciate about what you do, Michael, even for those that are working currently with a financial planner, why not get a second opinion? Like if for a diagnosis for your own health, this is for your wealth. And, you know, you can answer questions for people who are saying, look, I'm kind of being told this, but I want to get a second opinion.
You know, Chris, let me say this real quick, because that's a really, really important point that you just brought up. A lot of times when clients come into my office, one of the things that they're telling me is that, yes, I've got a 401k, I have a 403b, what have you, but I have difficulty getting a hold of somebody at the administrative office to answer questions for me, to help me with my selections in terms of what I should be doing with that money. So there's nobody there to help them. They feel like they're on an island all by themselves. And if that is the case in a lot of your listener situation, I encourage you, give me a call. Let's sit down. Let's take a look at what the situation is. Let's reflect on it a little bit and come up with an appropriate solution for you.
Yeah, I think a better strategy than panic, Michael, is peace of mind.
Oh, yeah, no question. No question. The ability to be able to sleep at night is so important, Chris, as you approach those retirement that retirement date and even into retirement. The ability to be able to know that, when we're experiencing a day like today, for example, when the markets are just in a meltdown position, that, hey, my assets are secure. I don't have to worry about them, and I can just move forward with my life and not have to deal with that end of it.
Folks, it's kind of a serious situation. It's something you need to look at. If you're 59 and a half or older and you're thinking of retiring in the next 10 to 15 years, you can't afford to lose a penny of your retirement portfolio. Michael Laux knows this firsthand, and he just explained how you can protect your portfolio from losses during these uncertain times and actually grow your money when the market goes up. That's part of what he calls the in-service distribution strategy. So secure your retirement that you've worked so hard for over the last many years, and find out more by calling Michael and his team at Michigan Retirement Group right now at 248-519-2464. That's 248-519-2464, or visit our website at wmuz.com/MRG. Michael, thank you so much for being with us. I'll give you the last word, my friend.
Chris, it's always a pleasure to be with you, and I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk directly to your listeners. They've been so kind to me and so good to me over the past few years, and I just want to do whatever I'm able to do for them to help them achieve peace of mind and a successful retirement. Thanks again. I really appreciate everything.
Thank you, Michael. We know you're making a difference, and we appreciate you. Thanks for being with us. God bless you, sir.
Thank you, Chris.
You're listening to Chris Ayotte on WMUZ 103.5 The Light, Detroit made Bible Strong.